Okay, Unit 1, Competency 1, Unit 1, Corrective 1, Competency 6, Interpreting Graphs. This is kind of difficult, or one of the difficult things about this competency on the test is that so far there's been 2 situations for the 5 questions. So you really need to read those directions. It says, use the following story to answer questions 31 and 32. So this is only for 31 and 32. You drive from your house to your friend's house down the street. There's one stop sign between the houses. So notice that I've drawn myself a picture because it's hard for me to remember what's going on just from the story. I like to see a picture when I'm thinking about the questions. 31 says determine what time measurement would be appropriate for this story. So would you measure this in days, hours, or minutes? Well, if there is only one stop sign between our 2 houses, it is not taking us an hour to get there. Unless for some reason, well, I guess we could live out in the middle of nowhere that has no, it's like a freeway. It's like I guess it used to be, I can't even think of any situation right now. There used to be some old roads that were that long with only one stop sign, but now they've been turned into freeways. So this should only be taking us a few minutes. So we're going to measure that time unit in minutes. The next one asks us to graph what happened. So let's look back at the picture. Here's my car. And I speed up slowly. I'm going along, and then I have to stop. And then I speed up slowly. I'm going along, and then I stop at your house. And it's asking us to graph. I should have mentioned that. Let's read the question. Sketch a graph of your trip which shows the speed of the car, so there's speed, and the time. So I start from a stopping position. I gradually speed up. Whoops, I'm doing the wrong thing. I gradually speed up. I'm going along, and then I come to the stop sign, and I stop. Then I gradually speed up. I'm going along, I come to your house, and I stop. And I don't stop abruptly. I take my foot off the pedal and slow down gradually. So it shouldn't be boxes unless you're some sort of crazy race car driver that likes to wear out their brakes. If you brake appropriately by slowing down first, it should look more like a mesa. 2 mesas. So those 2 questions were for that story. Now we've got a new story. And, here it is. And this is our graph. It says use the following graph. We've got the gas gauge on the left for the y-axis. And it's about halfway full here. It's empty down here, and it's full up here. And we've got time in hours. So we start off full, we gradually go down, then we're full again, and then we gradually go down. And it asks after how many hours was the tank basically empty. So it's almost empty, so that's going to be after 3 hours. Then it asks, what does the spike in the graph represent after the 3rd hour of driving? Yeah. So what's this? Whoops. That, if we're almost empty and then all of a sudden we're full, we stop to get gas. All right. And the last one, which of the following most closely represents the graph? Actually, I think I drew the graph again for this one. Yes. Which of the following most closely represents the graph? The gas tank was full when the trip started. That's true. After 1 hour and 3 hours, Jim stopped and filled the gas tank to full. After 1 hour and 3 hours, no, he didn't stop and fill it up after 1 hour, so it's not A. B, the gas tank was half full when the trip started. No. C, the gas tank was full when the trip started. Yes. Jim stopped once after almost 3 hours and filled up the tank. That's true. We don't know if he filled up after 5 hours. We're assuming he's going to, but it doesn't show us the spike. So far I'm going with C. Let's see what D says. The gas tank was full when the trip started. Jim stopped once after almost 4 hours. No. So C is our correct answer.